Alright, so in this video, we're going to be talking about how you could write SEO optimized articles for your website. So after I've developed your website for you, you could actually easily do that by hovering over the left side and go to the post area. Now let's just quickly go through all posts just to take a look. Alright, so here, basically this area is basically where you could see a top level overview of all the blog posts you've created for your website. And then from there, you could see like general information about them. So like the title of the blog post, the author, what category they're in, tags, when it was published, and SEO details. If you want to create a new article, you could easily do that by either clicking here, add new, or directly hovering over here and over add new. So let's now click over here in this add new button here. All right, so we're going to be in an area now where we're going to be able to write our blog posts. But before we actually write a blog post and get into the specifics of it, we need to talk about the mindset you should have when writing an article. So customers on the internet, whenever they're going to be, whenever they're on the internet, they don't care about your business. All they care about is themselves and the problems that they have. And they're never going to be looking directly for your website. Whenever they see your website, the first thing they're going to think is, how is this business or this website going to help me solve my problems? All right, so with that mindset in mind, I'll show you an easy way where you could actually brainstorm content ideas. So let's say I want to write some articles for kettlebells. So one thing we could do is actually we could use Google autocomplete, and from here we could get a lot of ideas about kettlebells already. Kettlebell workout, kettlebell swing, exercises versus dumbbell. So that from there, if you have mental block, you have 9 content ideas already. But all right, let's just enter kettlebell. And one thing you should know is that if you're going to be writing SEO articles, it's better if you're going to be targeting keywords that's at least 3 words long. We have a one-word keyword is basically called a short tail keyword, whereas a longer keyword is basically a body or a long tail keyword. Short keywords are basically very competitive because it brings with it a lot of traffic, and well, how can I say this? Whenever, more often than not, if you're going to be typing just one word in the Google search bar, it's going to be showing the most powerful, the website where they have the most SEO done already, the strongest SEO done. And we can't compete with that. It's better if we're going to be writing something for longer keywords. Maybe let's go down to our content ideas again. Maybe here, kettlebell weight for beginners. That is actually a longer keyword that we could actually, that has slightly less competition, where you could actually compete to rank in. The reason why we want to rank first, rank for keywords, is because whenever someone someone searches for something, I'll show you the breakdown of how traffic goes. Is that usually majority, 70% of the traffic from SEO is going to come from the first page. The rest of the 30% is going to be distributed from pages 2 to 10. And the first one, it has a disproportionate amount of website traffic you're going to be able to get. I'm going to guess that maybe around 35% of the traffic is going to come from the first organic search result alone. Now, once you go further, you're going to expect the traffic you can get to be halved dramatically. So maybe here you could get 17% in the top 3, and then here you could get 7%, until it dwindles down to maybe around 5% here. Now I'm just talking about very general numbers, but that's the general overview as to why it's very valuable to rank for rank for number 1 in Google search results. So now with that in mind, so you now have your content ideas. you now know like why it's important to like write to like rank in Google search. You know the mindset that you need to have when writing. So let's write our article. So I want to write something about kettlebells. So we can maybe say, actually, before you actually write, you can actually take a look at the search results here, and you should start thinking like, could I write a better article than they do? And then how can I like present my argument a lot better than what they're doing? And then from there, you could start writing an article that's really gonna compete to like rank for them, rank for this search term. So maybe you could say kettlebell weight for beginners. That's a good example. And then maybe I would want to like want to write something also benefit driven. Maybe we could say how to so something like that. We could write something very benefit driven, and okay, I'll run you very quickly as to like the importance of like the basic structure of writing an SEO optimized article. So first one, the first 100 words should contain your keyword, so that people actually know from the start that you're writing about that, writing for that keyword. So maybe you could say we'll just write something very short. So underrated method to blast kettlebell weight for beginners. All right, so I'm not really gonna write a really proper article here, but I'm just here to like demonstrate a proper structure. So the next thing that you should do is to actually have a really nice user experience. You should be using a table of contents in your website. So here you could actually search table of contents and then put it over here. The reason why it's important to have a table of content is for people to like really be able to have a top level overview for your article and be able to see if they want to like jump to a specific part of an article, they could actually jump right over there. Next is, if you're gonna have main bullet points, you should be able to have your search term as like another once you have bullet points, you should use header tags. Usually the main header tags to use are H2 to H3, and I'm gonna be then demonstrating to you how. So for example, here, maybe we could say why use kettlebells wait for beginners. And then from here, you can just click on this, click over here, we could say it's a heading, and then we could say it's an H2. And then we could say it is important because, okay, and then maybe from here we could say that simple exercises you can do with kettlebells. Then from here, you could like click again, heading, and it's gonna be heading 2. So list your exercise here. You could put more main points, but if you want to end it, you just say conclusion. And then from here, you can just click heading. So that is it. That is why kettlebells weight are good for beginners. All right. So if you want to like, so this is the basic structure of like an SEO optimized article. As you can see, after we've added like heading tags here, they automatically appear in the table of contents here. And if you want to like edit, like make your article look better for like Google, you could click over here, edit snippet, and then from here you could like change the title that shows up in like Google. Maybe you could say how to blast fast. This one's pretty good, but just to show you that you can edit that. Yeah, you can just basically type anything and it's gonna edit like how it's gonna show up in Google. If you want to edit how your link looks like, maybe we could say like alright. This is really good actually. Oh yeah, you should also take note as to like make sure your title and your permalink doesn't really exceed the recommended length here, because otherwise it's basically going to be truncated over here. So here I'm fine with this because the benefit and like the keyword shows up in the title before it was truncated, but just watch out for that. In the description, if it's basically just gonna get the first few words in like your blog post, but if you want to like really change this, yeah, you can just basically change it like that easily. So now that we've done everything we can, oh yeah, before I go, these are like, I've installed a SEO plugin here. It's basically called Rank Math, and it'll basically give you like pointers as to like how you could actually make your blog post more SEO friendly. This is not fast and hard rule, but basically this is like a guiding checklist. It's like writing more SEO optimized articles. So if you have time, if you're able to like check all these, you can hit publish, and there you go. Your blog post is now published. And if we go here, this is what your blog post is gonna look like. Alright, so that's it. That's how you're gonna write an SEO optimized article. Thanks for watching this video. Hope you find it helpful.